Hey y'all, my name is Morgan Zagarelli and my presentation is going to be over Albert Einstein. And I know this is kind of a weird position, but this is the only way I can figure out how to do it, so we're just going to work with it. Albert Einstein was born in a small town called Ulm in a region of Württemberg, Germany. I think I'm saying that right. His parents were Pauline Einstein and Hermann Einstein. He also had a sister. I don't remember what her name was, but this is a little picture of them. Albert Einstein, he went to several different schools, but I could only find 3 that had the name. His first school was called Peter School. It was a private Catholic school that he went to for 3 years, and he then moved to a different town. I couldn't find the name of it, but he attended Leupold Gymnasium, where he spent 5 years of his schooling life, I guess you would say. And during this time, he had met a tutor who greatly impacted his discoveries that he had made later on in his life. And then for college, he went to Swiss Technical College. I don't remember what the original name was. I just know that it was later changed to Swiss Technical College, where he wanted to become a teacher. And he was striving for a certificate of mathematics and physics. And that did play a big role later in his life, where he had become a teacher temporarily before he really dove into the science and inventing field. His important inventions. He had come up with the original idea of refrigerators. Sorry, I'm kind of standing in the way a little bit, but it's okay. But his refrigerators were only powered off of a heat source rather than electricity as we know it today. That's where you hear the little hum with your kitchen refrigerator. But this did not take off until nearly 20 years later, in the 21st century, because his refrigerator created toxic gases, and it actually killed a family. And then everyone knows the equals n squared. Basically, with this, little equation, you get energy equals mass and I don't remember what the C stands for. But it's essentially saying that the two components are the same thing, just presented differently. And then he and 2 other, that takes me to the next slide. What am I doing? Albert Einstein and 2 of his other fellow physicists discovered that whenever they had split a uranium atom, that it created enough force for an atomic bomb, essentially, with enough of them put together. And he presented this information to the president, and one of his fellow scientists that were working on this discovery with him urged him to write a letter and say, this could change completely how we fight wars, and it did, as we all know. So yeah, that's a little bit about Albert Einstein. I hope you enjoyed. Here are my works cited. Have a great night, y'all.